Hi YouTube, welcome to part 36. We stand at the gates of the refugee camp, ready to go in. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you made it this far. You know this already because you've seen me say this at the beginning of every episode, but I really mean it. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. Tell people about it, everything I tell you to do, every video. I say it because it matters. I repeat myself not because it's fun, but because it actually makes a difference for the channel. So thank you for doing me a solid and helping the channel out, getting in front of more people who may benefit from watching these playthroughs. All right, let's see what we got. Sickness is still on the way out, so I may still cough every once in a while. Bear with me.
So she is helping people.
Hana helps no one but herself.
Oh boy. Okay.
Lady
so,
Hana, show yourself!
So this is where I really believe the rubber meets the road for Jin. He is in a very complicated spot. There are refugees here, as far as we can tell. And we may need to get a little bit more information. There are refugees here. He's making the realization, holy cow, she is actually helping people on the island. She's doing something that's in alignment with my own values. She is doing her part in a way that she does not have to. She is using her power, privilege, and resources to take people in at a time that if you don't have somewhere to go, you could get decimated by the Mongols. Big deal, right? Masako comes in and says she doesn't help anybody but herself. That, to me, is a myopic narrative. I don't know that I trust her on that. That's her shit getting projected onto this scenario here. I would say that really about anybody. Like she only looks out for herself. It's like that's a bit of an oversimplification, especially if we have hard data right in front of us. Now here's the conundrum here for Jin. If he supports Masako and we go through this refugee camp and we kill somebody that is legitimately helping people on the island who are vulnerable, Jin runs the risk by association of harming his reputation on the island. Where people are like, dude, he's gonna just help his friends. Like if it's between us and his friends, he's gonna help his friend. Because you hear about Masako's sister? Masako showed up and slaughtered her while she was helping us. And Jin stood there and let it happen. So Jin is in a spot where he really needs to think about what this means, not just for himself, but for the people of the island, given that he is something that people have very strongly rallied themselves around. Where he might say, yo, Masako, before we go any further, like, we need to pump the brakes here. I realize that this is something that you want. I legitimately think it could harm the island at large, based on the information I have. I really don't think you should do this. And if you take one more step into this camp, I'm either going to leave. I'm not going to help you. I'm going to leave. I'm going to make sure everybody knows that I left because I didn't support you what you were doing. Which is the, I think, more generous route. Or Jin might say, I'm going to step in front of you and we're going to have to fight again because this has gone on long enough. I can't have you killing people that are legitimately helping the island here for your own self-interest. You talk about your sister acting in self-interest. You're doing the same thing. And I realize that might not be fun to hear me say, but this has to stop. And see what she does. This is hard to watch because this is a real, I think this has real widespread legitimate implications for the island, Jin's reputation, and any kind of sense of unity, and that people in power are going to take care of them. Otherwise, this just looks like Jin helping another person who's got a whole bunch of power. And people will feel like that they'll never touch that.
Kill them!
Where is she?
Yeah!
I hate this. I hate this. But I don't have the option to walk away, so.
You serve a murderer! Face me, you coward!
You serve a murderer as she actively murders people. God, she does not make it easy for me, I tell you what. She's got some pretty skilled guardsmen.
Push toward the dojo!
How many are there?
Doesn't matter. Kill them all!
Dude, doesn't matter. I hate that Jin's going along with this. I really do. This is not smart.
I've had enough! Kill them and let's be done with it!
Let him stab you in the back.
Don't kill me!
Oh, we need some information. Stat.
Where's Lady Hana?
In the estate up the hill, my lord.
Tell the coward her sister has come.
What will you do when you see her?
Exactly what she did to me.
She's still your family.
My family is dead. She is nothing but a murderer. Hana, show yourself.
Little sister,
You let me think I buried you. Who was it, really?
a peasant woman killed by the Mongols. Did you weep for me?
You have taken everything!
Daughters and grandchildren. Not nearly enough. The Mongols robbed me of Adachi's death, and you cheated yours. But finally, I will take everything.
Okay, so they both suck. Ah, Jesus. The Mongol invasion got in the way of our petty family squabble. Like, I get that this matters to them, okay? I access the empathy that I often try to do in the difficult times. I get that this matters to them. They've been raised with the abundance of resource and privilege that allows them to care about stuff that is inconsequential. So there's family beef. I wanted to kill the clan Adachi, but the Mongols beat me to it. And I'm not mad because the Mongols are here. I'm mad because the Mongols killed the people I wanted to kill. Like, holy shit. Y'all are cut from the same cloth, that's for sure.
Kill them.
Stop her. I will deal with them.
Thank you.
Come and fight! Masako.
Oh, baby. What do we think's gonna happen?
You murdered my children. My grandchildren. Destroyed my family.
A small price to pay for what you've done.
I have done nothing.
You stole everything. Drove me from our home. Took the life that was rightfully mine. Left me with that abusive drunk in this frozen land. You would have to suffer an eternity of pain to understand the life I've lived. The life you forced on me.
None of that is my fault.
It is! And damn you for acting as if it isn't. You've come to kill me, so finish this. It will be your only kindness.
I can't end your suffering. But you can.
What?
Now, you have nothing.
Wow. Holy shit, and she did it.
I never mourned my family. I've tried to honor them. Meditate on treasured memories. But she consumes them. Even now, I have nothing left.
No. You've accomplished what you set out to do. You have honored your family, given them justice. Now you can find peace.
Nope. Not gonna happen, Jin.
This path does not lead to peace.
Where does it lead?
I don't know. I have to continue walking it to find out.
I don't want you to go.
I must. But I will be there when you need me.
Well, it's tough for me to give it's tough for me to give like a really good analysis of this. Just to be truthful up front here. Because I don't know enough about it. These two are so steeped in their like anger and stories and judgments. I mean, they're so locked into those things that I don't really think the truth exists in either one of them, nor does it necessarily exist between them. Truth exists in history. So, what you're seeing are two people that have done things that are probably regrettable, but two people that believe they're justified in doing what they've done because of what happened. And the refusal... Look, at the end of the day, you can't change how things happened. Why they happened, there's a bit of room to massage that. But that things happened facts, tangible things are facts. So if Masako made a decision that isolated her sister off with an abusive husband at a time where Hana probably had no chance of getting out of that configuration without death or complete loss of resource. Masako ended up getting stuck in a relationship that it seems like she didn't necessarily even fully like, because she was having feelings for the help. So, I hate to use that word, but that's, I guess, what it was in this context. So, both people are slighted in some ways because things didn't go the way that they wanted them to go. And they blame each other for it. There probably is accountability for each of them to take for different things that the other one didn't like. But ultimately, neither one of them wants to do that because they believe that doing so is somehow like a loss, or it injects nuance, it injects dissonance. And as I talked about in the last episode, people hate doing that, man. People will literally shove a knife into their own stomach before they will come clean or take accountability for things that they've pigeonholed themselves away from. Hana didn't have to kill herself there. Like, she didn't have to jab that thing into her stomach just because Masako handed her the knife. Masako also doesn't have to make the decision to kill her. In fact, there's probably some pretty good conversation to be had there between the two of them. All Masako has to do there is say, "You're right. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think that we were getting shipped off with an abusive drunk asshole. And I hate that that happened to you. I think about how that happened to you and how maybe that either could have been me or that it shouldn't have been you. And I blame myself for creating certain circumstances that led to that. And I can understand why you're mad at me." That's big stuff. Like, that's huge stuff. She doesn't have to take accountability for the drunk asshole. Ultimately, he's accountable for being a drunk asshole. But if Masako did something that precipitated that event, taking accountability for that would probably go a long way with her sister. And vice versa. I'm sure there are things that Hana did that Masako, I mean, obviously she killed her grandchildren and her kids and shit. And she's mad about that, understandably so. And she's like, yeah, I was mad at you, and I take full responsibility for doing that because I felt like you took everything away from me, and I lashed out, and we didn't have a chance to talk. And clearly we're both pretty hot-headed and make rash decisions and don't actually engage in any meaningful dialogue about this stuff. And I personally would love it if both of us could live and change that dynamic. That's a possibility here, friends. Like, we don't have to get locked into this bullshit that, like, you got to do this honorable blah-de-blah. Because that's the way it goes. Like, you don't have to do that. Neither one of them had to do what they did there. They're going to tell you they did. They're going to tell you that they had to. And people box themselves into had tos all the time. Oftentimes because they don't want to open up the possibility that they could have done something differently, because then that would require more accountability. And people's aversion to accountability can be pretty profound, especially if they believe that taking that accountability is somehow agreeing with a position that they don't agree with, and that's not how that works. It's just really tough. It's tough for me to go much farther beyond that because I don't know what actually happened between the two of them. Some of what they're each saying, I'm sure, is true, and some of it is probably stuff they've spun their wheels on and created in their own minds. But look how deep that ran. Masako spends all this time talking about how she's going to kill everybody, and then looks her sister in the eyes like, nah, I'm not going to kill you. Hands her a knife. Just kill yourself instead. And then her sister does it. Like, Jesus. Does cost sunk fallacy play into this? Oh, in a hugely profound way. Absolutely it does. It's not just cost sunk on the relationships themselves. It's cost sunk into cultural stuff. It's cost sunk into the cultural idea that you're supposed to die an honorable death. That if you could deny a person an honorable death by doing X, Y, and Z. That somehow you have to avenge your family. That you bring everybody to justice once you've gone down your war path. Blah 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 blah. All that stuff. They are so cost sunk into that. But the thing you have to understand, it's called sunk cost fallacy for a reason. Because cost sunk into something doesn't actually dictate that you have to remain into it. It can seem that way. But you don't have to continue to do things just because your cost sunk into it. You don't have to watch the rest of this episode or any of the subsequent episodes just because you watched the first 35 episodes of this. You don't have to do that. You don't have to collect every single Funko Pop of a given run because you have 3/4 of them. You don't have to do those things. People often tell themselves they do. You don't have to finish the master's program you absolutely can't stand just because you've paid a lot of money for the first year and you've got to see it through. You don't have to do that stuff. There are so many things that you could cut ties on and might even be better off for if you would see the choices available to you at a given point in time. It's not applied with everything, but with a lot of stuff. So the thing about the code of honor is at any point in time, people could decide that it doesn't apply to them. Kind of like religion. I mean, there are people that would tell you, me personally, there's a point in my life where I said, this doesn't work for me. And I walked away from it. I didn't have to keep going with it just because I was raised the way that I was raised. Right? That's a hard thing to do sometimes because it can really color. I mean, some of this stuff is drilled into our bones from a very young age, but that's part of becoming an adult, is differentiating yourself from stuff that you thought you were supposed to do because that's just what everybody told you you're supposed to do, and actually making an autonomous decision about what's best for you. And people reckon with that a lot, and the easier route is to go with what you think you're supposed to do than to do the autonomous thing. Almost always. So at the end of the day, she killed herself. Whatever values and labels and shit we want to put on that, I mean, that's for them to decide. But like at the end of the day, we have Masco's sister just killed herself, and it was not needed. And it happened, it seems, in a pretty impulsive moment. It wasn't a particularly well thought out thing. So anyway, that's a bummer, man. It's a real bummer that ended that way. I appreciate Moscow saying she doesn't know where this is going. Glad that she's identified that this isn't going to be a peaceful end. I've been saying that throughout this entire thing. But here we are. All Jin can do here is do what he did. I don't want you to leave. Like, I don't want you to go. I would love it if you stuck around. That's all he needs to say. He doesn't have to say anything beyond that because he's speaking to his own experience. She says, no, but I'll be at your beck and call, but no, I'm not going to go with you. Then whatever, do your thing. None of this was ever going to bring her peace. Warpath was the easy road. Since your sister will no longer be using the supplies in her house, I am going to take them though. I still stand by, if this was a legitimate refugee camp, I really don't like that we went about this the way that we did. I'd like that. Now what? You know, like if she was providing valuable leadership to all these people who have had nowhere to go, we just killed all their reliable security. That's fun. So now if the Mongols want to show up here and do whatever they want with all the people that are refugeed here, well, now they can because we killed their security. This whole thing is just, god damn it, man. Nothing was ever going to bring her family back. It's over. You want to talk about things that are like facts is facts. They're all dead. Nothing's bringing them back. No amount of anything and as I've said before on her, until she legitimately not embraces that, but like really acknowledges and accepts that, she's gonna be miserable. Like there's just nothing's bringing them back. Nothing will bring you the feeling that giving your son a hug gave you. Nothing will bring you the level of joy that you saw watching your grandchild grow up and become whatever you hoped that he would be. Nothing. Not a single damn thing. Not a book you're gonna read. Not a video game you're gonna play. Not a hobby you're gonna take up. Not a skill you're gonna develop. Not even a relationship you're gonna get into. None of that is going to bring those things back. Those things are gone. And I don't mean that in like the, you know, mean like get over it kind of way. But there's legit, like people drive themselves absolutely batty trying to like recreate those things or keeping themselves stuck in denial about whether or not those things will ever be available to them again, or thinking that it's somehow possible. And it's like, dude, you are straight up not gonna have a good time. And this, dude, these fireflies drive me nuts. Now I remember why I don't like wearing this thing, because the range on these fireflies is so excessive. Like, just highlight it for me, man. Tell me where it is. Range is 60 meters. I'm just not gonna waste my time. Frozen Overlook. Oh, Mongols. Watch me break my knees. Haven't killed everybody yet. Mongol spear. Cheaper and easier to produce than other metal weapons, spears and lances have become the weapon of choice for lower class soldiers and new recruits. Providing ample utility as a ranged weapon for foot soldiers, mounted shock cavalry are also able to wield lances, sometimes tipped with hooks and snares, to great effect while charging. Oh, there's more guys down there. Oh! Wow. Okay. I certainly can't spell slaughter without laughter. Oh shit. Just got shot with a gun. Jin, you're on fire, and it'll pass if you roll. Thank you. Challenge the remaining enemies.
Challenge me.
Come here, boys. Oh, hello, fire arrow guy. Come over here. I feel bad that I just killed these horses owners and they're like... Alrighty. Camp clear. Mischief managed. Is that the Marauders map? Did I just make a Harry Potter reference? It did, okay. I just came out. Gotta be just one more. Okay. We got Norio. I think, right? Oh, we also have, we got this dude. Down here. I want to do this.
Come, my lord. The story of Uchitsune awaits. Long ago, an emperor and his palace were plagued by a winged demon. The emperor sent for Uchitsune, the most renowned archer of his time, who wielded a bow blessed by a kami. When the demon next came, Uchitsune was ready, longbow in hand. His aim was truer, and his arrows flew farther than any archers in Japan. Uchitsune loosed a single arrow. It pierced the demon's heart. As it fell to the ground, it cursed Uchitsune with its final breath. Soon after, Uchitsune saw the forms of the demon everywhere. His legendary bow never missed, but each arrow that hit its mark was met with a very human scream. The trail of bodies led to his capture. Though many called for Uchitsune's death, the Emperor felt pity for him. Uchitsune was banished to Tsushima Island. He died years later, alone and forgotten by all but a few. The demon-slaying longbow has remained hidden here since his passing. Some say it awaits a worthy master. Others believe it still holds the demon's curse.
Wow. Curse of Uchitsune. Those are so good. Some really talented people put those together.
Oh, sounds powerful.
Take care, my lord. The bow inspires darkness in those who seek it.
I'll bear that in mind. The question is where to begin looking.
To quiet his mind, Uchitsune often walked the coast, obsessed with the blue hydrangeas that grew there. Perhaps they'll provide a clue.
Search the Yoshi Coast. Blue flowers. Alright. I can do that.
Blue hydrangeas like the musician mentioned. I must be close.
There they are. Hydrangeas are awesome flowers. I went to Nantucket Island once and saw a hydrangea garden, and it was like, holy hell. Awesome. So cool.
Strange. That tomb is cracked open. An island surrounded by blue flowers. Uchitsune's bow could be there.
Painting acquired. That's so badass.
Uchitsune's resting place.
Alright, we gotta go find that island, huh? Search Yoshi for the island. Thank God my map tells me exactly where it is, so that I don't actually have to use that map for anything. What's this? It looks like a climbable wall. Oh wait, what if I do this? This is like I'm playing like Zelda or something.
Stop searching for the cursed bow. It leads only to death.
He wore the mask of a Tengu demon. And that was a warning shot. Can't let my guard down.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if the bow makes you kill people, that does seem a little, Jin's like, it's gotta be in my hands, because I only trust my hands for the bow that makes you kill people. That painting's gorgeous. I would totally put that on my wall. Is it just me, or does that little island out there kind of look like a penis? Penis Island, right over there. I see you. I see you, was it Sucker Punch that makes this? I see you. Making dick islands. The thing is far away. Okay, we're gonna go. I'm guessing it's probably that. So why don't we go there? There it is. See? Called it. Oh my god. This would be terrifying. I want to get down to the beach, man. Holy hell. Do I risk it? I'm gonna spend more time figuring out how to Skyrim climb down this than it would take to just do it the right way. Even Jin's like, don't do this to me. Don't do this, Dr. Mick. Oh, wow. Okay, so you just straight up can't? That's interesting. How dare you not allow me? Come on, no two. Follow the hydrangeas. Oh, look at that. There's a whole path. Oh. A beautiful walk up. Alright, no two. This is where I bid you adieu. And go into the flowers of blue. Really?
A mountain surrounded by blue flowers. Uchitsune's bow could be there.
I mean, these are cool ass paintings, don't get me wrong, but come on. This is a scavenger hunt.
Continue your search, and Tsushima will fall.
Enough. Speak
This
plainly.
is your last chance. Leave the boat alone.
Who are you? Who are you that's so wise in the ways of science? I mean, Jin could also, like, ask more questions. Like, yo, dude, who are you? What's your deal?
Good day, my lord.
I miss going out in my boat.
It's alright. Survived.
Blue flowers. This is the right way.
Keep your head up, Jin. Mustache Masky Man is gonna shoot you again when you get in here and see that the bow's not here. I mean, honestly, maybe that guy's trying to protect the island because he knows that this stuff's messed up. Ooh, piece of candy.
The bow must be there.
I'm gonna have to fight that guy, aren't I? I'm gonna have to shoot him with this bow.
Uchitsune's longbow.
Look at that. Oh, baby. Oh, shit. Control it, Jin.
Where am I?
Your bow is cursed. You will see nothing but death to the end of your days.
Look at that mask. Dude, I hope I get that mask. I'm gonna wear the shit out of that mask. Covered in blood. Oh my god. Tengu demon.
Do you not fear the demon's curse?
First, I'll drive the Mongols from our home. After that, I'll worry about curses.
The demons will haunt you.
Kind of wish we would have been able to both fight each other.
The curse of Uchitsune.
Longbow, high damage and zoom, but long draw time. You cannot crouch while aiming. Explosive arrow. Shot by the longbow. Explodes moments after impact, igniting bystanders. Damn. Okay. The longbow. Damn, that does like serious damage. Holy shit. That's not the last technique? What the hell? Alright. Alright, let's see what this thing's all about, huh? Oh, baby. Yush. Nice. All right. Add that to the arsenal. Do. Ishikawa is at Jogaku Temple. All right. I'm gonna fast travel there. I'm gonna pee really quick, and then we will do Ishikawa.
Good day, Lord Sakai.
Just pathetically sitting outside my door. You can join, but be cool, okay?
Saw you
Be
run a
cool,
Mongol
kid
too.
man. Cool.
Terrified me. Until I remembered you're on our side.
When I was your age, people said I was the next Tadayori Nagao.
You're the best archer we've ever had.
Not even close. But I'm damn good.
And I'm grateful for everything you taught me.
I was so dedicated to my study. I never made time for a family. Tomoe.
And that's okay. You don't have to have a family to be a valid person. You dedicate your life to your vocation, there's nothing wrong with that. Just so you know.
Was to be my heir. Her crimes. I could not forgive her.
No samurai would.
I devoted my life to the bow. The life it gave me was remarkable. But the life it took from me. Family is more important.
Sensei?
It is also okay if you believe that family is more important. Sometimes you have to choose. Sometimes doing both means half-assing both, but if you're going to do both, don't half-ass family. It's fine. This sucks, man, right? He dedicated his life. He recognizes that his vocation brought him a lot of things, and he's got another thing that he wished that he would have done, and he missed out on, and he regrets that. That's okay. All of this is okay. I appreciate him sharing it. I think it's very cool.
Don't become like me. Don't let the ghost consume you. Hey. Tomoe is somewhere in Kamiyagata. A last-ditch effort to rally the Mongols and restore her reputation.
If she's here, we will find her.
And end this. Yes, we will.
All right. Well, at the very least, Tomoe is aiding the Mongols. So this does feel slightly less shitty than like what we were doing with Masako. All right, where are we going, Ishikawa? Wait, what? Where are we going, bud? Going down there. It's close to that, so differentiation. I wouldn't say that applies here. Not in the conventional sense, anyway. Kirime. Kirime. Every time I say his name, he does this with his paws. I know. What is this great question mark that lies in front of me? Oh, haiku. Hell yeah. All right. Let's write a haiku real quick as we look at burning houses. Reflect on ruin. Appropriate. Shattered and hopeless, destroying our past, burning desire. Remnant of our failure. Deeply breathe in the despair. Bowing to devastation. Ooh. Oh, baby. Look at this. Get into it. Broken and consumed. Accepting our fate. Ashes never found. Oh. Oh, baby. Between the first and the third.
Burning desire. Bowing to devastation. Ashes never found.
Headband of ruin. So cool. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. Okay, conceptually, that's super badass. But it's hard for me to be practical with that. Ooh, I think we go back to our roots here. Yes.
What's that over there? Mongol convoy. Wiped out.
With arrows. Uh-oh, is Tomoe gonna try to come back?
Burn the cart. Flaming arrows.
Whoever could it be, Jin?
All shot in the back. Probably ambushed.
Jin, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Put it together. I know you can do it. I know you can put it together.
Japanese arrows. Lord Shimura's men? Japanese archers did this. Likely a group. Unless Sensei Ishikawa has been here.
Oh, Jin.
Please, excuse me, my lord.
It's a bad idea to sneak up on me.
I thought you were with a man who killed these Mongols.
Oh, all right.
He was samurai, but older. An archer?
Sensei Ishikawa.
All right.
Where is he?
He said
Hey.
he'd come back to my house in a day or two.
Why your house?
I have food, a fire. Whatever his business was, it seemed urgent.
It's possible he picked up Tomoe's trail. Where's your house?
Not far, but there's a storm coming, and I need to check my snares first. Then I can take you there.
Fine, I'll go with you. What's your name?
Matsu, my lord.
Alright, I was wrong. I'm talking to Jin like he's an idiot. I'm the idiot. I'll own it. I thought it was Tomoe trying to come back. Company Matsu.
What exactly did Sensei Ishikawa tell you?
Nothing more, my lord. He wasn't the friendliest man.
Sounds about right.
I never talked to a real samurai.
War brings unlikely people together.
It's my chance to ask a really good question.
Don't mess it up.
What's it like to hold the power of life and death in your hands?
It's a heavy responsibility.
But you secretly enjoy it.
Only a monster would enjoy it.
That's not the answer I expected.
I'm gonna let Jin have his experience on that. Like, I'm not really here to dictate the terms of that, but the power of that is a pretty compelling thing. And if it were part of Jin's truth, or any other samurai's for that matter, I believe it would be important to acknowledge that. But I'm not trying to say what Jin's experience is. If that was part of it, denying that would not. Dude, the way that they sink into the snow is such a nice little detail.
There! One of my snares.
Check it quickly. I don't want to miss Ishikawa.
I showed up in your life. I barged into your life, but hurry up for me. More important than whatever you're doing.
Empty. Have to reset it.
You might have more luck hunting.
Oh, I could never do that. So awful.
Maybe try different bait.
My bait never changes.
What do you use?
The illusion of opportunity.
There's your problem.
Uh-oh.
That only works on men.
Worked on you.
This way, my lord.
You sound like a master baiter.
It's not easy surviving up here.
Do you
It's
do
hard
it alone?
everywhere. I fled north when the Mongols came.
Alone?
My parents died when I was a girl. Been on my own ever since. Your family must be very important.
My uncle is Lord Shimura.
Wait. You're the one people talk about. The ghost. But you're not 10 feet tall with eyes like a demon.
No. But the stories frighten the enemy.
So that's it. It's just rumors and exaggeration?
To fight them, I've had to do things I would have frowned on before.
We all have.
I also don't really perpetuate that. I don't tell people to stop, but I also am not the origin story of that. She doesn't know that, though.
Look! They're stealing my catch. Drive them off, my lord. Please.
Wait here. They're starving.
Come on. No way I have to kill them. That felt so foreboding when she's like the illusion of opportunity. He's like, it only works on men. Oh boy.
Hey!
Hey.
Please don't hurt us, my lord.
That's not yours.
We are sorry. It's just a squirrel. We have eaten grass and tree bark for days.
Oof.
Take it and go.
Thank you, my lord.
You let them escape. We thought dinner.
They were starving. And no threat.
Doesn't sound like the ghost I've heard about.
Not all the stories about me are true. The blizzard is almost on us. How many more traps do you have?
Just one. But it's farther away.
I mean, I think I would have liked it more if Jin would have been like, what do you want to do? They're starving. You want to give them the squirrel or do you want it to be yours? Like, I think that would have been fair. That's kind of weird. He's like, all right, take it, guys. Screw you. You did all this work for the trap, but... like, what? Who are you to decide that?
I believe I talked to you. What's it like to be the ghost?
It's a group effort.
The stories are stories. Without allies and friends, I'd be dead.
You're just saying that.
I owe my life to many others, from the lady of Clan Adachi to a thief. People may not tell their stories, but I would not be here without them.
Damn right, Jin.
We should get back soon. I don't want to miss Sensei Ishikawa.
The last trap is just a little farther, my lord.
I wonder if Ishikawa was like, delay Jin. I'm going for Tomoe, because I'm the one that needs to take her out. I'll pay you good money. Lots of fruits and vegetables and dead boars. We'll have jerky for days. Just make sure Jin doesn't follow the Tomoe trail.
Here we are. Hope we don't go hungry. Look at this! Dinner!
You got something?
We might eat like civilized people after all.
Fish? Oh, during high tide, I guess?
What's out there?
The mainland. No Mongols, no war.
Not yet.
Somewhere I can start over.
Say you make it to the mainland. What then?
In Kyoto, I'll open a fancy inn. Learn to play the shamisen. Welcome the undying parade of beautiful men and women, while my servants rob them blind.
Sounds like Kyoto's in trouble. It's snowing harder. We should go.
Maybe your sensei will be waiting for us.
Dutch, we're never gonna find John out here. Gotta keep the
weather's getting worse.
faith, Jin.
Stay close.
If I get any closer, we'll have to share a horse.
What was that?
Never mind. Keep
Oh,
going.
yeah, okay, Jin's into her. Jesus, dude, this is not the time. Oh no, we'll have to ride the same horse together.
My lord! Mongols! Close to the
Fight
coast!
me! I'll deal with them. Stay back.
Watch me. Watch how impressive I am at this. Watch this. And this.
No wonder they tell stories about you.
Where's your house?
Not far. Come on.
Wow, she's super chill about that. Did you see that? Did you see the way that I did that in one of the like ghost dance? Pretty cool. Like I didn't become 10 feet tall, but like when I raise my sword over my head, it makes me sort of look like that. And I have, yeah, my eyes weren't exactly red, but it is cold and dry out here, so they're maybe a little bit red. And I mean, I do have a mask on, and I mean that was pretty cool, right? Like you saw that they didn't even hit me. You know, think of these guys as being kind of like the people that your servants are gonna pickpocket when you make that fancy inn on the island. I'd love to come see it. I've never really been at a fancy inn. It seems like a pretty cool place to hang out. If you maybe give me like your card and maybe like the number I could call to like make a reservation. Did you see all that? Nailed it. Totally nailed it. She's thinking about me while she's riding that horse right now. She's like, man, I'm riding this horse, but later I'm gonna ride that stallion. That's what she's thinking.
Here we are. Let's get inside. You seem too kind to be the ghost. But the way you killed those Mongols...
I do what I have to for Tsushima.
The truth is, we're both survivors. We have darkness in us. If we didn't, we'd be dead.
Sensei Ishikawa said something similar. But it sounds more natural coming from you, Tomoe.
Ishikawa always said, I underestimate my opponents.
I don't have an arrow in my back. Why not?
The Mongols turned against me.
After you trained them to slaughter our people.
A mistake I tried to fix.
Isn't that amazing? How as soon as she says she's Tomoe, Jin immediately goes back to his schema. Boom. It's amazing. He had an experience right there that was in complete violation of any expectation that he would have had. Any of most people watching this, I would venture. I'm sure there are some that probably thought that was Tomoe. Interestingly enough, I didn't really have that thought. But this is a crucial moment. When she reveals, or I guess when Jin reveals that she's Tomoe, what happens? Do you fall back on your preconceived notions of that person? Do you pigeonhole yourself back into what you thought that person was before you just had that meeting? Or do you give a little bit of room for the alternative experience that you're having? Tomoe seems to be doing that. I'm guessing Ishikawa probably had a way of talking about Jin that Tomoe has heard about, and she gave him a chance to be who he is with her rather than what she thought he was going to be. Granted, under the guise of a costume or, you know, alternative identity, but ultimately, like, Jin didn't catch on. In fact, I think Jin probably, I mean, it seems like Jin was, or is maybe somewhat, like, attracted to her. I couldn't say I'd blame him, because it's somebody who understands him in a way that I don't think a lot of people are going to understand him. But this is, it's interesting stuff, right? Like, she's revealed now as who she is, and Jin immediately stands up and is like, you taught the Mongols, blah, blah, blah. He's not necessarily wrong, but, like, hold on a second. It's just you and her in a cabin. This is a moment where he could be like, okay, we should talk. Because I think a lot of things about you because of Ishikawa. I don't know what you think about me. I don't know what your plans are here. I feel pretty strongly about my ability to hold my own. I'm guessing you do too. So yeah, let's talk. Let's talk. I'd love to get some information from you about what's going on here. She says the Mongols abandoned her. You don't have to believe everything she says to you, but, like, there's no reason for him to, like, get all reared up. She knows he can hold his own. She could have killed him. She didn't. Unless she's an absolute sadistic psychopath and wants to, like, torture him first. But that'd be Ishikawa that would be talking if we thought of it that way.
But I can't kill all my archers. Not alone.
You need me and the sensei. But we don't need you.
I know where they'll attack next. We can ambush them together. You get a victory, I get revenge.
I'll talk it over with Sensei Ishikawa.
Jin, you can stay the night.
No, Tomoe. I can't.
Sure you could. Oh. That actually is probably smart. It's probably smart. Because I don't know, man. You want to talk about vulnerable? Jin's vulnerable. If he's asleep, or, you know, or one thing leads to another, and his clothes and his katana are on the floor. So I get it. But I also, again, I don't know that he needs to immediately get up and say, I'm gonna go talk to Ishikawa. Now, her not like freaking out and taking a shot at him, I guess means that she somewhat trusts whatever's gonna happen here. I mean, she's pretty fascinating. I'm generally captivated by people who can own a room like that, and she can own a room. So I want to engage with her. So I don't know that running back to Ishikawa right now is necessarily the best plan. Jin could also keep tabs on her here if he stays. Like, I don't think she's just going to sit there and say, okay, go talk to Sensei Ishikawa and then come back. Like, I don't think it's going to work that way either. So I'm surprised Jin doesn't engage her with more curiosity here. It's a bit of a bummer to me. This felt like this could be so compelling. Like, this had me, like, I'm in it. And now I'm like, oh, we'll see what happens. But no, I'm not rooting for Jin to sleep with Tomoe. But, like, I do think that it would have been cool to, like, see some conversations between the two of them. On second thought, Tomoe, I'm here.
Shouldn't you be going?
I left some of my linen upstairs. Jin, shouldn't you be going? I called you a cab, and like I really gotta get to work.
Shouldn't you be going?
Sorry, there's just this really annoying bug flying around your place that I really think needs to be killed. Some blizzard lasted like 2 seconds. Alright. We're gonna roleplay this. We're gonna ride. We're gonna ride. We're gonna think about what we're doing here. I think it's a bad idea. This is a bad idea. To just leave her like this. Not because I think she's dangerous, but I just... So many fruitful endeavors. This is where Waldred's riding the horse. He's like, idiot. God. Dumbass. Slaughtered like 6 Mongols in front of her, man. She said you could stay the night. God. Stupid. Slamming his dashboard. The turmoil of hindsight. I'm gonna slaughter these Mongols just because I slaughtered my chance with Tomoe. And I'm an equal opportunity slaughterer. This one's for you, T. I slayed that dog because I slayed that dog that was in me. I thought I had that dog in me. I don't have that dog in me. So now they don't have that dog with them. Right? God, I could have told that joke when Tomoe was here. She probably has a really cute laugh. Kind of laugh that makes you want to keep making stupid jokes. Just so you can hear it. He's gotta wipe away his tears while he runs toward this archer. Hide. Leather and hides are used by the Mongols for a variety of applications. Everything from straps, string, and baskets to boots, saddle flaps, and even painted wall art are fabricated from the material. Wow. Compelling. Idiot. Now I'm destined to be an old man, filled with regret, waiting to die alone.
Sensei, you'll never believe what happened. You'll never believe it.
I have an announcement.
My brother told me some my armor will guard the Mongols' weapons.
Where's Ishikawa? Where is Ishikawa hiding?
Allow me to stand down.
Scrambled.
To the edge of a cliff.
Bro, Ishikawa, you didn't tell me she was hot.
Sakai. Sakai. You have news.
Something like that.
What about the Khan?
I spoke with Tomoe. She's hiding in the north. The Mongols turned against her.
If you saw her, why is she still alive?
Her archers are preparing a massive attack. She wants the three of us to wipe them out.
Or she needs both our heads to get back in the Mongols' favor.
She could have killed me, Sensei, but she didn't.
I have never been rewarded for trusting Tomoe.
I don't trust her. But we need what she knows. And I believe she needs our help.
Then she's a fool. And we finish this.
Oh boy. I'm excited to see where this goes. Like legit. I wanna know. I wanna know where this is going. Oh, we gotta go all the way down here?
Sakai.
You have word from Tomoe?
The three of us will meet. Then she'll reveal where and when her archers plan to attack.
You think she'll tell us the truth?
We'll find out. And Sakai, there will be no room for error.
I came prepared, Sensei.
Let's go.
I have to give Ishikawa a little bit of credit here. Laid to rest. Ishikawa is not succumbing to an overgeneralization. He's not succumbing to his own psychology on this. He says to Jin, I have never been rewarded for trusting Tomoe, but I'll give it another shot. Now, it doesn't always mean that it's a good idea to do this, but I want to point it out because so often we see people who continuously lock themselves into past will predict the future. And Ishikawa's like, you know, I have a history with this person, and everything's telling me this is not a good idea, but there are new variables that are included here, and I'm willing to lean into the unknown instead of just automatically making assumption here about what this is. Like, I don't trust her, I'm not confident this is going to go well, but I'm willing to entertain the idea so long as we're prepared. I give him some credit for that. It's, you know, I had a bad experience boating when I was 4 years old, and I've never gotten on a boat since. Every boat I ever get on, I believe, is dangerous. That's not actually true. Your brain wants it to be true because then you just completely avoid a thing that it's worried is going to harm you. But at the end of the day, if you're on a new lake with a new boat in an entirely new context, 20 years later, that thing that happened to you when you're 4 years old does not actually predict anything that's going to happen to you at 24 years old when you get on a boat. So, you know, Ishikawa's doing that right now, and I you know, credit where credit's due. Good for him. Hi, Jack. Yeah, you want to see where this ends too, don't you, bud? I don't blame you. Exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Get your tummy rubbed too. Yeah, it's awesome. You gonna go cuddle with your brother? Okay. Okay. I want to know.
Headed?
North of Umi Cove. She sent word to meet at an old gambling den.
Might be a good spot for an ambush.
We have the advantage. The Mongols turned against her. She is desperate.
Desperate enemies are dangerous.
Because they are unpredictable. But Tomoe has two choices. Enlist our help, or betray us. You spent time with her. What do you think?
She can help us wipe out her archers. The risk is worth it.
You're gambling with your life.
She could have killed me in Jogaku.
And lost me. This way, she gets us both.
If she doesn't ambush us, we hear her out. And if this planned attack is real, we cooperate. After that, we'll deal with her.
She betrayed her people. She will answer for it.
It's pretty good stuff. Like, this is juicy because for not trusting her, he seems to believe that the Mongols aren't working with her, but we don't even know that that's true. We are taking a risk here. We also are acting somewhat predictably. So I don't know what the right answer is here. This is oh baby, we're rolling the dice here. Interesting to me that Ishikawa is willing to do this. Like, his willingness to take this chance also is very telling. Because he could be like, nope, no way. Nope. And I think to an extent, Jin would be fine to trust him on that.
What will you say when you see her?
I have nothing to say to Tomoe.
You don't want answers? You haven't spoken since she joined the enemy.
Any chance of talking ended the moment she turned on me.
Obviously, this is going to frustrate the shit out of me as a therapist, but it's like, come on, man. If you have the opportunity to talk, do it. Come on, man. God, people are so much more complicated than our little cognitive scheme of boxes we put them in are. And people's lack of interest in that drives me nuts. Hey.
We go on foot from here.
Have your bow at the ready, Ishikawa. Man, thank God I didn't show up to Tomoe's house wearing that headband over my eyes. She would have thought I was a total idiot.
Stay low. A lot of places to hide archers here.
Oh, baby, what's gonna happen? How much do we trust our ability to defend ourselves?
That's the gambling den.
No Mongols.
That we can see. Stop here. That outcropping to the right. I'll position myself there. Then you...
Jin! If I was here to kill you, you'd already be dead.
Damn.
Get over here.
You should wait out here.
Not a chance.
Stay alert.
So good.
Sensei. Jin?
Always so sure of yourself.
The one thing you never had to teach me.
Your archers are planning an attack. Where and when?
Umi Cove. Heading there now.
Why tell us?
The Khan betrayed me. I'm taking my archers away.
And if we don't help you stop them, they'll wipe out Umi Cove.
I don't believe you.
Do nothing. And watch what happens. Damn it. The Mongols followed me.
Damn you, Tomoe!
Dude, I hope we can see how badass she is right now. Like, you about to pick these guys off just like bop, 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 bop. Hey, so I already showed you what I can do with my sword?
You betrayed us!
Do they seem like my friends?
Hey, Tomoe, watch. Do you see that? That was very, like, it's kind of like how you would do it, right? Or like from close range, like that? Or about how about this guy? Like right on the little tuft of hair, like that. Or like, what about like with the blowgun? See? Dude. Damn it. Wow, I love that I can revive him. That's good. Did you think that was cool,
This
Tomoe?
wasn't a trap.
She fought back against the Mongols, Sensei.
To deceive us, so we lower our guard.
If I
Oh,
want
bro.
to put an arrow in you, there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Enough! Umi Cove could be under attack. We need to move.
Fine. But if Tomoe even breathes wrong, I'll put her in the dirt.
Both of you. This way.
Yeah, she's so... I mean, I admire the confidence. She's like, no, you won't.
Saving Umi Cove won't make amends for your crimes, Tomoe.
They forced me to teach your way of the bow.
Did they force you to kill your own people at Fort Nakayama?
They were being tortured. I offered a quick, painless death. And the Mongols spared me. I won't apologize for surviving.
This is all the information we would get if we would take a second to listen to her. Instead of indulging our oversimplified narratives.
Mongol patrol.
I've got them.
It's not unrealistic. I mean, the very same logic could be applied to Jin. Jin just said he's done things he never imagined he would ever do because of the Mongols. He's the ghost because of the Mongols. So it would be hypocritical for us to give her shit for that if it's true. Because we've also changed things. I mean, this whole thing continues to, the Mongols have put people in a position where they have to make really tough choices. Do I go with the status quo that I've always hitched my wagon to at the risk of death, or do I change it up? Either join the Mongols, work with them, do something different so that I survive. Because as far as I'm concerned, I got one life to live, and I want to live it. So I want to figure out what I got to do in order to live it. And we all love to sit at a distance and be super high and mighty about people's survival choices without really understanding the deep context that comes into people making those difficult decisions. And I say this not as a, like, you should just unilaterally accept all the decisions that people make. Like, no, I do think that perhaps there is some atonement for stuff. But I also think that if you listen to her and you get a feel for what it is that led her to make the choices that she made, particularly given that she's as skilled at surviving as she is, why not give her a chance to talk about it? We're not judge, jury, and executioner here. Ishikawa's acting like he is. But who knows, man? This is the stuff that, like, if Jin sits in the hut with her and has a conversation, Jin might know some of this stuff. And maybe Jin's the proxy that gets Ishikawa to reconsider things. Maybe there's things that Ishikawa has said that are not as particularly truthful. Maybe Ishikawa is telling the truth, right? The space between people is the more interesting thing here than any one individual. Bad Karma, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate that. I hope you had a great time doing whatever it is you were doing. If you're coming along with Bad Karma, hi, DrMick, licensed therapist. I analyze video games with all my psychology background and PhD and stuff. So if you're interested in that, follow. You might have to hang out for a little bit before you have access to chat, but thanks for being here. I appreciate it. We are very late into the game, and it's a blind run, so please don't spoil anything. Oh shit. I actually thought that was Ishikawa next to me. I didn't realize that was a monk. I do think that if she's as big of a force as she is, I don't know that the con really throws her going away. So, like, man, I'd love to pick the Khan's brain on all this stuff.
What's the best route to the coast?
If they see us headed for Umi Cove, Tomoe's archers could be alerted.
Agreed. We should stay off the roads.
Cut through this field.
Oh, so
How did
poetic.
you find my camp in Akashima?
Your people attacked me. We tracked them.
I told them to avoid you two. I had plans for a dozen more camps.
I'm glad they ignored your orders.
I lost control. By the time we set up in Kushi, I wasn't in charge.
We just take a second and appreciate how just utterly gorgeous this little set piece here is. Look at this. The tension between the two of them is so unbelievably palpable. We're walking through this beautiful, just stunningly gorgeous flower field at a twilight. It's just fabulous. The aesthetic of this entire moment.
Take them.
Probably a good idea to use my longbow here if I was smart. You missed. You know what? Let's try this fancy thing out. Shit, you asshole. You just ruined that shot. Stupid ass idiot shield. Oh, bah. Oh, damn it. Bah. Boy, it like knocked him back. Badass.
Not bad, Sakai.
You sound like Sensei Ishikawa.
Trees at the end of the field. You can rest there, out of sight.
Tomoe, you said you lost control of the Mongols in Kushi, but a woman saw you there with them.
The woman you burned alive.
That was not my doing.
Not with your bow, but you trained her killers.
Most of the time, I convinced them to spare lives, not take them.
We dumb, simple story men. We think one thing must be true. Context, dumb, make brain hurt. All right, where are we going? Am I leading? Okay.
Over here! Get down!
The Mongols are out in force.
They're hunting me. I thought I lost them.
Didn't think to mention that earlier.
I'm mentioning it now.
Wait here until nightfall. We can use the darkness to our advantage.
Will they attack the cove before then?
No. They'll position archers. Make sure no one gets out. Plan their slaughter.
Get some rest. I'll keep watch.
Sun's down. Ready?
Tomoe, you're in front. The sensei and I will follow.
So you can stab me in the back?
If the Mongols spot you first, we get out of sight and drop them. Let's go.
Stay close.
Don't let
This
her
is
out
great.
of sight, Sakai.
I love this. The force tension here is great. Nobody trusts each other, but they have to trust each other in order for this to work. Beautiful. Like the entire environmental demands right now just dictate that you have to put your bullshit aside and just figure this out. Like at any point in time, any one of us, we're like in the office when they're standing in the conference room, like pointing guns at each other. It's, nobody pulling the trigger. Nobody. Because we all need each other. So if we can just sit down and be like, guys, holy shit. Can we just get this done?
I hear you, Sensei.
Good.
I love it. It just goes to show, too, that trust and your activation of trust. Oh, yeah. This is beautiful. Okay. So trust is not a quantitative metric like so many people like to think it is. It's not like you have a pitcher of trust and people just, you pour out of it or you add into it. Trust is totally contextual. It's arbitrary. And it's not really rigidly defined in any kind of objective sense. Trust is like what you make it. So we sit here and we're like, I don't trust you. Yet we are actively trusting each other. Or we actively decide this is a context which demands that my lack of trust in you no longer matters because the environment dictates that I need to trust you, right? Which suggests that anytime somebody says, like, I don't trust you and I can't get over that, is not actually true. That there are some circumstances where you could absolutely change your mind on that at any given point in time. Yes, people earn trust, but also you're the one that decides whether you take the little pebble and throw it in the jar. Like, a person could do something that ostensibly would earn trust with anybody else, and you could say, no, it doesn't. In the same way that you could say, actually, you know what? I'm going to trust you now. So when people quantify trust as something that you either have or don't have, you're kind of missing the way that that entire concept even works. And this is a beautiful example of that. I think really it's all of us should really rethink trust in a more nuanced way. Because people talk in just this zero-sum game on trust, and you kind of lose you lose a lot of opportunity when you do that.
Mongol lookouts ahead.
Jing, you take one. I'll take the other.
You're gonna tell me twice.
More on the way. Hide yourselves.
Jag got Tomoe bossnip med det kryven.
Dagoro, not there. Og sudden, ende sonor serem steba. On your mark, Sakai.
Don't miss, Sensei. One arrow, one death. You took that last one with the circling falcon shot, Sensei.
You saw that. You changed your form too.
I shift the right hand down, so when you release...
That's interesting.
Aw, look at that. You both devoted your lives to the bow and you have something in common, and if you cut through your bullshit, you can enjoy that. Aw. This is so cute to watch.
Nobody said this would be easy.
We get in a fight here, your archers will be alerted. Start the attack before we reach the cove.
We can't risk it. What do you think, Sakai?
Follow my lead. Don't fall behind.
Oh, they're putting this on me, huh? Find a way through the bog. Oh. Gonna find a way through the bog. It might be a bit of a slog. Gonna be with Tomoe and Ishikawa and make all the Mongols go running for their mama. What was that? Shit. Stop. Jesus. Everybody here has got a stupid ass horn. God damn it. Alright. Jeez. If I was Iron Manning this, that would have been curtains. Okay. Anybody gives me shit about not doing samurai code shit, you can wait at home. I don't want to hear it. Definitely appreciate the blind representation of the Mongols in this game.
My archers.
The moment we attack, they'll retreat into town. Use it to defend against us.
Innocent people will die.
See the barrels in their carts? I'll circle behind. One flaming arrow.
Once you shoot, they'll be on you. If you stay back in the tree line...
I might miss. I need to get close. Let me undo the damage I've done.
Go.
You trust her?
I trust her desire for revenge. So that's how she stayed one step ahead of us. You taught her well, Sensei.
I know. Get ready.
Now! Oh shit. What's up, guys? Me, the ghost. Be afraid. I bet Tomoe saw all that from up there. Do you think she was impressed, Sensei? Do you think she likes my ghost stance?
Not bad, Sakai.
Where's Tomoe?
I don't know. Was she wounded?
Tomoe!
Uh-oh.
Near the end of the fight, I saw her by the archway over there.
That leads straight into Umi Cove.
If any Mongols try to retreat that way...
Maybe she gave chase.
Tomoe knows that killing her archers won't erase her crimes.
But she got her revenge.
Is that all she got?
She fought alongside us. That will mean something once we defeat the enemy.
Forget the Mongols. What does she want in Umi Cove?
There's not much here besides thieves and cutthroats. Damn it, and smugglers.
She needs a boat to get off the island.
I respect the cleverness if that's the case. But she did work with us.
You there!
Yes, my lord.
Did you see a woman run through here?
A warrior. She was headed for the beach.
This way!
So what, we're not gonna let her leave? Okay, oh God. This like hurts my brain, man. What's wrong with her leaving? If you don't trust her and you think she's a danger to the island, she leaves the island, then sweet, she left the island. So, at this point, I don't know if that's what she's trying to do. But if that is what she's trying to do, Godspeed, sister. Go. You helped us take out a whole bunch of Mongols. We saved Umi Cove. Whatever. We'll decide what that means for us. But, sayonara. What does Ishikawa want? Like, let's keep her here, where she's possibly a danger to people. Like, if you respect his story, then it's like, okay, well, you think she's a danger. She's trying to leave. Like, okay. Well, she could come back at any time. Maybe, maybe not. Like, what, do you just want to, like, have her jailed so that you feel better about yourself and this doesn't reflect poorly on your reputation? Like, you know, I get it. Like, I get why he wants to, like, kill her and whatever, but this is how stupid this stuff is, right? Like, if you sit down and actually think about it, actually apply some degree of critical thought on this situation, if she leaves, it solves everything except for your bullshit honor code stuff. Not super important in the grand scheme of things.
Tomoe played us for fools.
No. She helped save Umi Cove.
The Mongols were hunting her. gave her safe passage to a way off the island.
We're always one step behind.
But there's still time to stop her.
This is Masako. Jesus. Hana sets up a refugee camp to help out people of the island. Let's kill her. Tomoe atones for some of her actions by saving Umi Cove. A whole lot of people on our island. Nah, let's go kill her. Like, god damn it.
That's not possible. My wife's friend's cousin saw him do it.
I don't care about the mainland right now. I care about the island. The mainland, nobody's going to go to the mainland if the Mongols decimate the island. That's the island's problem. That's the mainland's problem. Oh, bro, come on.
Wait.
Thank God we walked to this very specific spot.
Sensei Ishikawa, we have judged each other harshly, but the Buddha tells us that our greatest enemies can be our best teachers.
I am grateful for your teaching and for the chance to fight by your side a final time. I have been your student. I would have become your daughter, but the way of the bow is behind me now. What lies ahead? I am like an arrow shot from a bow. Who knows where the wind will take me?
It's over.
Maybe she'll reach Kyoto after all.
If she were anyone else, I'd say that's impossible.
We still have a war to finish. A home to rebuild.
I have no more lessons to give in this life, except one. Promise me, you won't repeat my mistakes.
I promise, Sensei.
I would love to know what he thinks those mistakes are.
Tomoe was a good student. Tomoe was a good student.
I heard you the first time. If you want me to leave, you just tell me. I respect it. She got to the boat, she bailed. Who knows if that note's true? Not our problem. It's Kyoto's problem at this point. But I think there's a lot of character growth here. You know, Ishikawa is still, I think, at least seems to somewhat be opening his mind to the nuance of Tomoe. And at least seems to have some degree of acknowledgement in the good of the island as being something that matters to him. And his willingness to listen to Jin, I think, is really neat, too. You know, he's got a lot of stuff that he's going to have to fight out, given the fact that he holds his role as a teacher so dearly and intensely. Like, your students are only somewhat a reflection of who you are, but not entirely. They're still autonomous individuals. I think at the end of the day, I could respect that Tomoe found a way to survive the island. She used the resources that were handed to her, that were available to her, in a way that allowed her to push forward and do something different with her life beyond what she thought she was supposed to do. I respect people who do that. She killed people along the way? Sure. Could we also potentially entertain the idea that some of what she said was true, or maybe she tried to teach mercy and stuff like that? Yeah, maybe. That may also be why the Khan doesn't want her around. Maybe because he knows that her loyalty is not to the Mongols, but is instead to, like, herself. And she has a very keen way of getting people to stay a few steps behind her. It's good stuff, man. That's really good stuff. I actually really, I think that's a cool ending. Thank God we found that note. If she'd have left that note over there, she'd be dead because Ishikawa would have fired that bow. God damn. Serendipity. It's like it was meant to be. Well, we'll see what Norio has for us in part 37. Thank you very much, friends, for being along with me on this playthrough. This was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. Lots of good stuff here to talk about. Do leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Hopefully the next episode, you won't have me coughing and all that shit. Hopefully it'll be gone. If you are binging, I'll see you right here in the next episode. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, get it out to you as soon as I can. If you financially support the stream in any way, thank you very much for doing that. Appreciate it immensely. Yeah. You're awesome. You matter. See you in the next one.